Hey everybody, it's Dave, Icleangrout and Smile About. Today, I'm just going to do a teeny little job. I'm going to do something a little different, okay? In the cleaning industry, there are different ways to achieve the same type of results. So what I'm going to do, normally when I clean carpets, I do what's called a hot water extraction. Basically, it's a steam system, truck mounted, pre-vacuuming, pre-sprays, hot steam extraction, all that good stuff. But I'm in this little closet right now, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this tiny little closet. It's for a friend of mine, and I thought, well, why not? I'll make a little video for it. And so what we're going to do here is called encapsulation. So encapsulation is what they refer to as a low moisture cleaning system. And it's actually a good system to use, like commercial environments where you're doing maintenance. Okay, hot water extraction is really the superior way to clean carpet or any kind of flooring for that matter. But in the meantime, between like your hot water extractions, which you should do annually, you can do maintenance in a lot of hotels, restaurants, and all that stuff. They do that. The maintenance aspect of that, the encapsulation in between those hot water steam extraction times. So, anyways, I'm just going to show you a little quick way of doing it and how it's done. And that's it. Hope you stick around and check it out. Leave some likes and comments. And thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. So we're going to just clean this up. I'm going to get it vacuuming. We're going to hit all the paint spots and everything first. Okay, break that up. And I'll show you how to do all that stuff in a sec here. All right, so like right here, this is a little glob of paint. Okay, it's hard. It's in there. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry, but so what you can do at home, okay, if you do something like that, and you have a little dried paint or something, you get a spoon. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a spoon. Make sure your wife's okay with it. All right. But I just grabbed a spoon or any kind of utensil that has some kind of edge on it. Don't use a knife, but and then you want to scrape it up, break it up a little bit. It's going to be a little tough here with one hand. Oops, sorry. Let me get a better angle here. All right. See, it's starting to break up. And the fiber itself might be done. So, all right. Sometimes. Okay, so I tried agitating this thing out, tried breaking it up. It's pretty much in there. So, you could treat it chemically, or depending on how you feel about your carpet, something this small, I probably would just get a little pair of scissors and cut it out, because this fiber is pretty fluffy. So, and overall, it's not really going to hurt it. But you can do that if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can use a little alcohol on it. I'm just going to try to rip it out. Oh, we got to cut it. All right, so just got a little teeny pair of whisker shears here, and there. Oops. So had to get that out. This little piece here, I'm gonna get that out, just scraping it out. What else is to do here? What's this? A little caulking? Yep. See, it just breaks up. Gone. Anything else? Residue there. Here's a good one. See, just breaking up. So 9 times out of 10, that's all you gotta do. You're just breaking it up. Ooh, that's a pretty bad one there too. I'm gonna get my chemicals for that. See, just breaking it up. Yeah, all right. The rest is just gunk. Vacuum right up. So. All right, so let's start with vacuuming. So we're just going to give this a nice little vacuuming, a thorough vacuuming, right? I don't know anymore, but when I got certified by the IICRC, it was always 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3 per area. So that's how they define a thorough vacuuming, in case you didn't know. Alright, so after doing our thorough vacuuming, okay, one of the nice things about vacuuming thoroughly is that you will see the troubled spots better. I don't know how many times I come across a home and it looks like a huge mess, but then after a vacuuming, it looks really good, and then you can really focus on the areas that have the spots and the troubled areas and stuff. So, we got a little bit of the smudge here. We already know about that. There's a little bit of paint right here, matches this colored wall, and then still a couple little danglies here. See, that just broke right off, and sometimes the vacuum just won't agitate that out, but you gotta go back with your fingers or your spoon, like I said before, and maybe I'll get a little alcohol, alcoproof alcohol, rubbing alcohol works really well on breaking down latex. But I'll show you a sec on how you can do that. So this is basically all I have available. I use a little bit stronger stuff than this, but that's all I can get right now. So I am not going to go to the store and waste my time to do this. So the process will be a little bit slower, and I'll have to work a little bit harder on it, but that's okay. So now what they do, it's like, let's say this little area right here. You can see just a little bit of a coloring in there. There's 2 things you can do. You take your rag, okay, and just saturate the corner of it like that, right? Then we take, and we dab. Just dab it. And you let it work for a little bit, okay? Because what it's doing, it's going to break down that latex. So I just let it sit for a minute or so and leave it at that. But I got other little spots around here that came up. I'm just going to go and work on that. A little teeny paint spot there and stuff. I don't know what that is. That's pretty nasty stuff. I think that's a caulking. So caulking is going to be treated like a latex. Yeah, I think that's some caulking. We'll treat that like a latex because it is a latex caulking. It's not a silicone-based caulking. So, all right, let's continue on. So that smudge that we talked about earlier, it's just a little bit. So the smudge that I showed you earlier was just a little bit of mascara. So I just used a little bit more of the alcohol to take it out. And then once the encapsulation happens, it'll get all of it out. So. Just blot, 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 blot. Okay. So what do we use when we do encapsulation? Well, you need your encapsulant, okay? and a Bonnet or a microfiber pad, scrubbing pad. And since it's just a little carpet area and stuff, it's not too bad. I don't really have to do both. I could just do a pre-spray and then go back with the moistened fiber here and just do the absorption of the soil. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, and I got my little orc. So this is a 13-inch microfiber scrubber pad. It's got these little scrubbies here. Glides are great. Sometimes I use glides, but for today, like I said, I'm just going to use this. Now this is Encap Punch. I'm sorry, Encap Punch from Excellent Supplies. It's basically your all-around go-to encapsulation. You can use it a pre-spray. You can use it for just bonnet cleaning, as a rinse even in the trunk mount, and it does a little bit of an encapsulation, and then you can do a post vacuuming later. So let's get this set up. I'm not going to make a whole bunch of it. I'm just going to make enough for the small room here, maybe half a gallon at the most. Go to their website to look at the instructions on how to, dilute it and set it up and everything else like that. It's on the label. Did you get that? All right, let's get going here. All right, so let's start spraying. And I let it dwell for a little bit, maybe about 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. You can barely see it. But trust me, I'm putting enough in here to get the carpet nice and damp, but not saturated. Some of these little other spots here, you can hit these other spots a little bit more. That's okay. All right. Gonna get the Oric set up and pad. Now, one thing you do is that I will spray the pad just before I'm ready to clean, get it nice and damp, so it won't burn the fibers out. Sometimes these guys they don't put enough moisture down, and you actually damage the fibers. So you got to be a little careful with that. Let's get this over here. Just put it on the ground for now. Just to get it a little damp. All right. So I'll put a little bit more product down, and then we'll let it dwell, and we'll start patting it. All right, now we're gonna do a little of the encapsulation. So it's working pretty good. So by doing something like this, you don't have to set up a truck mount and your hoses and your lines and get the thing warmed up and start spending gas, because we know how much gas is costing now. And for something like this, the process that I've showed you today it seems longer because, well, I've been videoing this, so if I didn't have to videotape it for all you fine folks, I would have been done a long time ago. And sitting down watching YouTube with other people having a beer. Oops. It's coming out really good. What is that? That might be a little spot I have to work on. How about that? All right, so this is how she's looking when she's done. Looks pretty darn good for a carpet that's, I believe it's about almost 20 years old. And those spots over here, that is fiber missing. Like, there's actually, like, fiber missing. So, that's why it's leaving that mark. Anyways, looks good as new. So, we'll let this dry, okay? Should dry probably about half hour. And then we can vacuum it and do what's called a post vacuuming, because the idea with encapsulation is to do a quick cleaning, dry fast, so businesses can go on with their day. And then when the night crews come along, or whoever does the vacuuming and clean up people and stuff during the normal hours that they do their work, the encapsulation soiled would be vacuumed up. So that's usually how encapsulation works. All right, so that's encapsulation, and it's a great way to do maintenance cleaning. It's a great way to do commercial cleaning in between regular hot water extraction. This is not a substitute for hot water extraction, but it is an alternative that some of my customers like to use. They might have a party that's going to be there in a few hours, and they're like, Dave, I forgot to clean the carpets. Can you do anything about it? And I'm like, I sure can. Okay. But it requires a lot of prep work. But most carpet cleaning requires prep work. So I digress. Anyways, so Encap Punch, I use that. It worked really well. The glide pads work pretty good, and everything else seemed to be fine. So again, it's just all the prep work, and I hope some of this stuff that I did here today just helped you out. I figured, hey, I might as well just do another little video out here. I don't plan this stuff. I do it on the fly. I'm not a professional video guy or anything else like that, but I do hear a lot out in my community about different products, different ways of doing it, and guys are like, oh, hot water extraction, and other guys are like, low moisture cleaning, and other guys are just like, I don't know which to do. So they both have their purpose, okay? And that's what I'm trying to emphasize here. So if you want in-between cleanings that will keep the carpet clean and longevity longer, then you want to start using the low moisture cleaning or encapsulation, okay? When your carpets have never had that kind of service and they've been trashed, you got to go with the hot water extraction, okay? A portable with a heater is better than a portable with no heat, okay? Because then you're talking about agitation versus chemistry versus all this other stuff, okay? And we don't just go in there and just like spray stuff and suck it up, okay? There's a lot of science involved. There's a lot of experience that needs to be accomplished, and I hope this has helped some of my colleagues out there and some of my customers as well. So I hope you all have a great day, and thanks for joining me. Give me a subscribe, like, all that stuff, you know, ding, ding. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.